Good morning, fam. Welcome back to the Palace channel. I'm AB. Today we're gonna do a cafe tour in Calgary. Now, I spent a lot of time in Calgary a couple of years ago, so I somewhat know the landscape of the cafes. I'll show you some of the ones I used to attend, and we'll squeeze in some new ones as well. So let's head out and show you what Calgary has in terms of cafes.
My name is Justin Averd. I'm a co-founder of Monogram Coffee. We're here at our 5th Avenue location. This location we opened up around 9 years ago, which is hard to believe. It's been a great community center for the downtown community here, and we have 3 other locations in Calgary. Monogram is really about bringing people together and meeting people where they're at, wherever they are in their coffee journey. We like to bring coffees that are exciting for everyone, but also approachable, and meeting and talking to them in ways that they can understand and makes them excited about coffee. And so that's really our mission here. We love coffee, we love exploring coffee, and we believe that coffee should always be a journey. And so we want to take people along on that journey with us.
Just finished up a Monogram Cafe. I had one of their pour-over specialty coffees, and the fruit notes shine on it, especially the passion fruit. It was quite fruity and all. And now we're headed to the next location, which is Phil and Sebastian. It's a cafe that I'm accustomed to because I've been to that place. Has exposed brick, is by the canal and all of that. Yeah, it's one of the most aesthetic ones on the list.
I'm Phil. Welcome to Phil and Sebastian at the Simmons building. Right behind us here is our coffee roaster, our coffee roasting lab. And then on the other side here is our cafe here. So we've been around 18 years now. It's our 18th anniversary kind of this year. And from the very beginning, we wanted to work directly with coffee farmers. It took a while to get to that stage. We had to spend many years not doing that, buying from importers, but we finally got to the point around, let's say 2011, where we could go directly to farms, work directly with farmers, and now we've been doing it ever since then for the last 10, 15 years. It's been amazing. It's allowed us to have amazing access to such superior quality coffee. 2018, I was working on this custom coffee roaster, and I finally finished it. That was a 3-year project. My background before this is engineering. I spent many years dreaming about a custom roaster and what I might borrow from other roasters that exist out there, and put it into this machine, and we started roasting on it in 18. It's originally from a vintage machine, originally from 1961, and I just modernized the gas, venting, electrical systems, designed custom control software, got to really geek out on that. So yeah, these are some cool things that we're doing here every day at the Simmons. Someone can come by and look through this window and gaze at the process and ask some questions and engage in the specific coffees, learn about the stories, taste coffees, and we're trying to offer this amazing experience here to really just bring someone into the world and let them have world of coffee and have access to really great options, great qualities.
Just finished up at Phil and Sebastian. I got the competition set, which comes with a cortado and an espresso shot. It's pretty delicious. They have their own setup here, their own machines that they hand built to accomplish these roasts. And the ambiance is cool. It's like exposed brick. There's a sidewalk citizen next to them that does pastries, that do sandwiches and all of that if you want to eat or grab a lunch. And there's also a restaurant connected, I think it's called Char Bar. With all of that, this whole complex has like maybe 3 places in total, where it's like a restaurant, a pastry shop / sandwich shop, and the cafe. In the summertime also, there's the canal here close by, so if you want to take a walk or just sit on the bench and enjoy your coffee. Both places were accommodating up to now, both Monologue and Phil and Sebastian. Today maybe I'll do a quick fit breakdown for you guys. We got the barber coat, we got a cashmere sweater beneath from J. Crew, we got custom made pants, and we got the Emilion d'Or Timberland collab, the 3-eye lace boot. Yeah, not too complicated, very simple fit. The weather is nice right now, the sun's out. It was a bit chilly earlier, but yeah. So I think we're gonna head to Rosso next. It's about a 50-minute walk away. It's not that bad. In Inglewood. Yeah, I'll catch you up once we're there. Here at Rosso, went with an Americano. The shop is quite empty at the moment, so it's nonchalant. There's not a lot of people. And yeah. Then we're gonna head to Sought and Found, which is in that close by.
Hi, I'm Felix from Sought and Found Coffee Roasters. We're here because of the people and the community that coffee builds. We really value everyone who comes here, has a good talk with us, has a coffee with us. Everyone who comes to our team contributes and brings new experience to us.
Just finished up at Sought and Found Café. I went for a matcha latte because I was way too caffeinated, to be completely honest. Went for a pastry as well, like one of their chocolate chip cookies. One thing I noticed about Calgary is that honestly, almost each of the cafes, the people wanted to sit down, had a discussion with me about half an hour about the coffee scene, about owning a business, about roasting, about any domain related to the coffee industry, right? And that's one thing that I noticed, that the people are actually quite passionate about what they do here. They'll take the time out to sit down with you and expand on the cafe and expand on the journey that they had. Calgary is not usually a place that people think of when they think of the cafe scene or restaurants or any of that, but in my opinion, it's quite underrated. I think that's all. I'm headed back to the hotel now anyways, and I'll do a small recap of all the shops that I went to. Hey fam, so I'm back at the hotel now. I'll be completely honest with you. This episode, I had somewhat of an itinerary plan, but I wasn't in the mood to go from location to location. So I stayed as close as can be to the hotel that I had. Anyways, the list had all these places next to the hotel anyways, because most of these cafes own more than one location. We went to 4 places in total. So we went to Monogram, Phil and Sebastian, Rosso, and then the only one that was out of the way was Sought and Found. All in all, Calgary is not one of those places that people think of when it comes to cafes or restaurants or like a city as a whole, right? But I think it's underappreciated, especially within the restaurant scene. But the ones that we went to are some of the main ones within the city. If you're looking for something purely aesthetic and a place where you can actually eat as well and walk by the canal, Phil and Sebastian aces that. It has all those elements for you. The coffee was also delicious. The pour over I had at Monogram was very fruity, very delicious. They're more of a light medium roast. So if you're in the search for that, I would say do that one. But if you want a darker roast, I would say, I don't know, contemplate Phil and Sebastian. I couldn't comment on the coffee beans from Sought and Found because I went with a matcha latte. But nonetheless, I mean, like I mentioned, what stood out to me the most, the asset that shined the most out of these cafes was that each one of them actually wanted to sit down and discuss about the whole cafe scene and expand on like their passion projects and stuff like that. So a deep contrast between Calgary and, say, Los Angeles as an example. We went to all the cafes that I had planned to somewhat. I wanted to actually pass by 17th Avenue because there's a bunch of cafes there. There's Analog Cafe, Black Sheep, and all these ones. But I wasn't in the mood, guys. Like I'm somewhat exhausted and slightly under the weather because we're in that transition phase between winter and spring. And I've been going out on runs where it's quite windy. Even when I was in LA, they had the coldest spell in April that they've come across lately, and somehow I was there for that week. Also, one that you should add to the list is Paradigm Cafe. So Paradigm hasn't opened yet. They used to be associated with Black Button, I think, Bakery is what it's called, or I don't know what the name exactly is, but they since separated. And Dave, who's the owner of Paradigm, plans to open up a shop soon. It's set to debut in the summertime, so he's yet to open that space. But almost each one of the locations that I went to recommended that I go see Dave at Paradigm. They weren't sure if he had opened up the cafe yet, but I think the set date is July for him. But they say he does like the meanest cup of coffee. So by the time this comes out, if you come to Calgary or you're from Calgary, I would say be on the lookout for Paradigm Cafe to add that to the list as well. 17th Avenue is full of cafes as well. I didn't go to 17th Avenue today, but if you just want one location where you can hop from place to place or switch up cafes here and there, 17th Avenue is loaded with them. You could choose from a ton of places. Also, there's, I think, Al Forno Bakery that I've been to once. Not so much, they're not too known for coffee, but they have like a lot of pastries and sandwiches and whatnot if you want to eat. But yeah, honestly, this isn't as curated as most of the episodes in this series, but we went to the main cafes anyways. I don't want to continue to say this, but you know the deal. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell so you can get notified. And if you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you deeply, and I'll catch you on the next one. God bless.